Home decor office decorating ideas, small haul for office supplies. Let's get right into the video. Here in my home office video, and if you didn't see that video, you can check the link out down below, which will be in the description box. What I wanted to do with the bar cart, replace the location. I use this Cricut machine. It actually is very heavy. I was keeping it stored inside of this cabinet on one of the shelves. It was too heavy on the cabinet along with all of the other items that I have inside here, like my books and different things like that I use. So I wanted a cart to place it on over here in this corner, a serving cart that is already here that I purchased some years ago. It's very short in size, well, in height. It is on wheels. The new one is, and I just had this floral sitting on top of it. I didn't want to put the Cricut on here. I decided I would move these items. I'm going to be making a couple of changes here in the space. So let's just get to moving this cart, this serving cart that's here, and place it over here. And I'm going to show you a quick haul of some office supplies that I do have, and they are very pretty office supplies to boot. You see how the bar cart sits as of now. The gold is extremely subtle. It's not a very bright gold. The knobs, the brass knobs that are on the door, as you can see in contrast with the cart, how muted down this gold is. It almost has a bit of a champagne color, a little bit richer, but not being too rich. Is that it's on casters, it's on wheels, so it's easy to maneuver around, especially in a space like a office space, or even in your dining rooms, living rooms and such, wherever it is that you could be serving anything, is that it's mobile. And especially here in a home office where I'm doing in DIYs and things like that, I could place things on top of it and move it closer to my desk. Versatile in the different ways that you can use it in your space. Is I'm going to have to elevate it, and that's okay, that's fine, but this is where it will sit always instead of inside of my cabinet. You know, with Chanel, there's never going to be any space that I'm going to be using that's not going to have a floral. Green for life is what I love to have in my spaces. This chair is my office chair, and it does go up and down. I have had it accent chair. It was a basic accent chair. I've had it for a couple of years now, a few years now. I took the base off of the chair, which were the legs. I took the legs off of the chair. I tried to find the footage of the process, but took the legs off of the chair, added a regular, I'll put a picture down here, and added the rolling legs from an old office chair to this chair, which had to be cut and made a base for the bottom of this chair. It would be a solid bottom because of the legs, and it was hollow, you know, on the inside normally when you remove the legs. That's how this chair was made. I like the height of the back, the width of the back, I like the color, because I wasn't able to find one. And this was during the height of the pen. Couldn't find anything, of course, online, nor find this at the store. It's my hope of turning it into an office chair, and I did just that. But when you see the bottom of it, I will finish the bottom. It's not completely done. As you can see here, the raw wood that's going around it. But I'm going to finish that out. A few things that I picked up from my office supply store. I picked that. I was going to do a quick haul. And I know these are very informal videos that I'm doing right now, but I just wanted to get you out some content and show you some things if you have a home office, or if you have an office where you go to every day in a building. And if you want some pretty office supply things that you will use on the daily, like your stapler and different notes, ways of taking notes and keeping notes for yourself, and things to do and to-do list. And with these multiple things that I'm going to show you here in the video, you can also find it on the blog at angelicinteriordesign.com, which will be linked down below in the description box. These are some items that I picked up. This is something that I wanted because I do use sticky a lot in my space to put them on the front of my monitor, as well as just around the room in different places. I've taken them down just for the video because you don't need to see all of my words. I like to keep motivational words around. That's why I always tell people when they say that take the signs down and things like that. Well, I like to keep motivational, inspirational words just for those purposes around my space, because it just provides encouragement in scriptures and things like that. You can use something like that for this purpose as well, which is this board. And I'm just going to unbox it because I've actually been using it, but I'm just showing you how it comes in the box. It is glass. This portion here in the front is glass. Comes with this handy pen as well. And with the pen, you could take your pen and you could simply write on the front of the board like a to-do list today, and you could put whatever date it may be, or on there, and you could say make or create invoice. I know I'm writing make or create invoice or whatnot, whatever you may be doing for that particular day, or to-do list. You can make a running list of it on this board. You can put a daily inspiration quote at the top for that day, and just to keep yourself motivated and going throughout the day. It has this extra little clip that it comes with, and you place that right on the front of the board where you will keep your pen. But also on the pen is the dry erase portion that you will use to erase whatever it is on the board. So if you don't want a big dry erase board in your space, this is an excellent item. And then this is how you can house it and sit it up in your space, and it could just sit right here on top of your desk, where you can take quick notes in your 2023 organization or getting your office ready for the next calendar year. Is a small calendar at my local Target store. I thought it was an excellent buy. And here it's in the gray color, and it has, of course, the days of the week. And it has the gold in it, which is definitely something that I did like about the calendar. It had the gold, the creamy color, and grays in the background, which definitely coincide with what's going on here in the home office space. Down here below, I believe this calendar was $3. I believe it was $3. Target dollar spot area. It's an excellent thing to have in your office space. So when you're making dates and plans, appointments, and you want to keep track of everything, this is definitely the excellent way to go. And you can have your small planner inside of your bag that you carry along. So with a new stapler. I like the color, of course, that was on here, because of course, Chanel, she loves her gold. And it is gilded with the gold. This is by the brand Paper and Sugar, that you could pick up if you want something like this. And I like that it was very neutral in color, which is one of the reasons why I did pick it up, because if you're going to be in your home office or any office space, of course it's where you work and you spend a lot of time during the day, but for me, I like visually pleasing things, and this is definitely something that is visually pleasing for me. And again, it is wrapped in the gold here on the bottom portion, where you would put your staples normally. And of course, it's a utilitarian device. It's a stapler, but it's also pretty. I picked up these pens because, again, I had the dry erase board here, the glass front with the gold that you see here with the clip. And with that, I purchased these pens, and you can find these. I'll bring you in closer. You can find these at your local office supply store. They come in multiples of colors. I like these once again because they were in the white. Again, as you see here, the creamy color that is going on here in the office space. And once again, they are metallic, because I get bored with the black writing on here, and you just want to switch it up every now and then. They have the gold top that is on it, and it does write in the gold when you do your script on your board as well, but you can't see it from back there, but I'll bring it in closer. And then the other is in the silver metallic color. So again, you can always place your pen right here on the front of the board. You're not so bored in your spaces while you are working and doing what it is that you need to do on the daily. And of course, Chanel is a pillow maker, a pillow cover maker, and I use a lot of scissors. I do have some gold handle scissors, but I saw these because they came in a stand. They had not only the scissors, but they had a stand. This is by the brand, I believe it's Sugar and Paper as well, but they have a carrying case that you put them inside, and they fit right snug inside. And they are, of course, wrapped in gold. And they're very, very heavy scissors. And as you can hear, they are made of metal. They're not plastic. They're heavy. And the weight here is also the container that you would place it inside does have weight as well. So it's a great way, again, of being in your office space or in your workspace, and you want to keep it functional yet pretty. So the next thing, if anybody still uses them, because I do, because I am a maker as well, and I do use certain papers, and sometimes I have to file them away, and I like to keep them in a notebook rather than always in file folders, so they're a lot easier to find because you can categorize them better in that way. I am not your average or your organizer type, but I organize as best as I can, and that is my way of organizing certain paperworks. So I will use whatever I have printed out, and I can use this, which is a hole puncher. And if I bring you in closer, you will see that it is also has the little gold detailing along the front. And of course, it's a utilitarian device, but it's also functional and pretty for your space. And this again is from the brand, make sure I'm getting the name correct, Sugar and Paper. And they make very beautiful office supplies, different boxes and cases and things like that that you can use for storage. And as you can see here, different things that you can use in your office spaces that you would use on the daily. So this is just my quick little haul of these things that I picked up for my home office space, and then I'm going to go ahead and make these quick little boxes for the quick DIY here in the... As always, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you all for the next one. Bye for now.